Now, WFXR presents Hardee's Friday Night Blitz, powered by Hardee's and by Aquarius Pools and Outdoor Living.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jermaine Farrell. Hoping your day is wonderful and blessed like butter. Let's get on a roll, baby, for week 4 of the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz. We have highlights from a dozen of games. Kick things off over at Cavaliers Stadium in Lord Botetourt, Daleville action. 3-0 Lord Botetourt hosting the 0-3 Christiansburg Blue Demons. Christiansburg leads the series 17-11, but the last meeting was November the 25th, 2022 in the playoffs. LB won that one 34-7. The last 4 meetings were all in the playoffs. The last regular season meeting got to go back to September 22nd. That was 2006. Christiansburg won at home 35-28. We're off to Daleville. 2 teams looking to get a win in the most possible way. So we go to the first quarter. Quentin Jones from LB takes a snap. He's gone. 46 yards down the sideline. That's a touchdown. LB up 7-0. Second quarter on a 3rd and goal for the 2. Jeremiah Barnes passes Isaiah Cato in the end zone. Christiansburg down 21-7, but LB is rolling. How about Angel Rigney? Keeps it in for the TD. Heads to the locker room 35-7 at the half. LB goes to 4-0 with a 42-7 victory. Over at Vineyard Park, Roanoke Catholic Celtics, fresh off their bye week, looking for their second win on the season, hosting the Covenant School from Charlottesville. There was a Celtic Warriors sighting. And there was also a few Raheem Lipsford sightings, too, mostly on his way to the end zone for Catholic. He's going to take the short pass from Mason Williams. Rambles through traffic, 55 yards, and he is going to be in the clear. Touchdown, RC. Roanoke Catholic up 14-0, but the Celtic defense also strong. Senior Max Johnson. MJ comes with the sack of Covenant's Noah Estes. Next series on offense, guess who? Raheem Lipford again. Takes his time, hands off on the jet sweep, outrunning everybody to the zone, 50 yards. House call, he dives in for the score. Roanoke Catholic rolls tonight, 59-0 on the shutout. Go to the scoreboard, Alta Vista knocking off Blacksburg, 31-26. Dinwiddie keeps Salem winless, 42-0. And the first time Salem has been shut out since the 2013 state semifinals. JF goes to 4-0 with a 43-8 win over Liberty. And last night, Eastern Montgomery, they lost to Montcalm, West Virginia, 26-12. We're off to Side Dillon Stadium in Rocky Mount as the Franklin County Eagles at 2-1 hosting the 3-0 Magna Vista Warriors. Series even at 13 games apiece. One of these teams is going to take the lead in the series. How about Quincy Pruitt Ramsey? He gets away from the pack. He is going to have a reservation for 6 in the end zone, and the Eagles with an early 7-0 lead. And Magna Vista responds. Simeon Moore finds MJ Scott down. And that's going to tie the game at 7 after the PAT. Later on, it's Magna Vista's Ethan, put up your Dukes, who bulldozes through the end zone. The Warriors pull ahead 14-7 late in the quarter. About the Warriors, it is Mr. Morgan decides to just do it himself. Running to the glory end zone, bringing the Warriors up to 21. Eventually, that would be your final score, as it would be Magna Vista winning over Franklin County, 42-21. Brookville goes to 3-1. It takes the County Bell 42-7 over Rustburg. Waynesboro wins a close win at Rockbridge County, 28-21. Bassett winning over Williamburg, knocking it from the ranks of the unbeatens, 44-35. And James River, they're 3-1 with a 50-0 win over Hidden Valley. Coming up on our Hardee's Friday Night Blitz with all your action, Ryan Moy joins us from highlights from the Star City Battle for the Noah C. Taylor Cup between William Fleming and Patrick, plus the Hill City Battle for the Jug. EC Glass taking on Heritage. Stick and stay, please.
Now, Hardee's Friday Night Blitz Band of the Week. And now, Hardee's Friday Night Blitz is back.
What would a Hardee's Friday Night Blitz show be without Ryan Moore? He's in the house.
I don't know what it would be.
I know we need you, buddy. But anyway, you didn't have to go too far. You stayed in the Star City for that big rivalry between William Fleming and Patrick Henry.
Oh, yeah, of course. You know, the Noel C. Taylor Cup on the line over at Merrill Gaynor Field. Patrick Henry leads the series 39-32-4. William Fleming won last year at home. Patrick Henry, 41-13 for their first regular season win in the series since 2014. Last week, William Fleming improved to 2-1 with a win over Salem. That was 34-13, Jermaine. Patrick Henry won at Franklin County, 36-14 to go, 3-0. That's pretty impressive. This is PH's first home game. Both teams, though, each have a shutout win on the season. Patrick Henry playing host to William Fleming at Gaynor Field.
Boy, those Black Junies look sharp.
I know. First quarter, less than 50 seconds left in the quarter. DeMarion Purdue with the carry won't be denied. Hey, those black jerseys look nice. Comes up with the touchdown at 7-0.
And the old school Patriot logo on the helmet, too.
I know. Second quarter, though, look at this. In the red zone, Purdue with the carry again, finds the end zone again, gets the score. Patrick Henry up 14-0, but the Patriots they've only given up 2 touchdowns all season long. That's pretty crazy, Jermaine. PH goes 4-0 with a 14-2 win over William Fleming. Well, over at Bogle Stadium, Cave Spring and Tunstall meeting for the second time ever as the Knights looking for their first win while the Trojans trying to even their record at 2-2. First quarter, though, Cave Spring ball on the 35. Jaden Hollins with the handoff to Madden Babbage. Oh, my God. And that's a name we've heard for you.
That's a Madden move.
I know. Takes off all the way to the house for the score at 7-0 Knights. A few plays later, though, Knights back in the driver's seat. Hollins goes through the air to Cam Wilson.
Nice.
He's gone. He's gone, man. I don't even know where he is.
House call.
Yeah, look at that. That's 14-0.
And the bushes look good, too, by the way.
I know, right? Tunstall, though, trying to get something going. Ryan Seamus with the handoff to Aiden Totten, but he runs into a host of Knights, reverses field. But guess what? The ball comes out right there. Just like that. Oh, yeah. Cam Wilson able to recover it.
That was a nice pop.
Thank you.
Literally.
I'm trying. Yeah. Scores the touchdown. Cave Spring up 21-0. Second quarter, Cave Spring back on offense. Hollins with the pitch, but it's underthrown. J.R. Murphy scoops it up. Then he sees nothing but daylight. I know it's nighttime. I don't want an email. All the way to the house, untouched.
The right time is the nighttime. I
know. Thank you. Mr. Untouchable right there. Knights up 28-0. Cave Spring wins this one 37-8. A wild day over in the Noke. Shout out to Cave Spring, though, being able to score on offense and defense. Also props to Coach Shepard and Knights for that's a pretty phenomenal win.
Indeed. And they ended a 6-game losing streak,
exactly.
So that's a good thing there. Let's go to the scores because we have scores because that's how we roll around here. How about this? Carroll County, Carroll County, they're 3-1 with a 48-0 win over Fort Chiswell. Buckingham County winning over Appomattox 49-22. And down in Southside, Dan River getting that big win over Martinsville 28-22. Well, Ryan over at Bill Strong Field in Independence, Grayson County playing their first home game on the season, taking on 2-0 Floyd County.
Well, for the Buffaloes, this is the first of 4 straight games away from Winford Beeld Field. Say that over and over again. That is going to be hard.
Winford Beeld
and
Field.
You know what? He would chew you out.
That's right.
If you don't say it correctly.
That's right.
Trying to go 3-0 for the first time since 2017. When they went 4-0, the Blue Devils won last year's meeting in Floyd 42-15.
We talked about, let's go to Independence. Blue Devils making a grand entrance in front of the home crowd for the first time this season. But we're going to pick up the action in the second quarter. The game's tied at 7, and senior quarterback Sam Phillips, he's going to break the plane from a yard out to put the Buffaloes in front for the first time today, 14-7.
Oh, my
After a Grayson County field goal made it 14-8, how about Jack Leroy? First play of the drive, 70 yards. That boy gone.
He's gone.
And he made it 21-10, Floyd County. But the Blue Devils looking for an answer, and they'll get one. Sophomore Dazion Thompson is going to take the rock from 4 yards out. Less than a minute after that, made it 21-17 right before the halftime. But 2 seconds left in the half, Ryan. Trickery. Oh, the trickery of Tim Cromer. Coach Cromer with a hook and ladder to Max Harris. 44 yards. They made it 27-17.
Oh, my goodness.
And Floyd County, they're 3-0 on the season with a 42 24 win.
So shooketh. Well, a battle of unbeatens at Casey Field in Covington as the Allegheny Cougars hosting Stanton in their first ever Shenandoah District game with 16 seconds left in the half. Allegheny. That's a player of the week right here. Des Jordan, though, but it's intercepted by Stanton's Zalik Shepard for the second time to keep the score at 14-7. Allegheny back. Look at that, Allegheny at the break, with 5 minutes left in the quarter. Stanton takes a 21-14 lead on a touchdown run by Leon Woodard on a direct snap. With less than 7 minutes to go, though, in the game, Allegheny scores on a Des Jordan QB keeper. That's not, come on, man, that boy good. Cougars within one at 21-20. Allegheny goes for two, and check this out, converts on a pass from who's that?
I think it's Des Jordan.
Who?
Colton Jack.
Des Jordan, Colton Jack to put the
DJ to
20,
CJ.
22-21. Allegheny comes back to win it.
That's
Fantastic.
right. Good one. We had a lot of rivalries. The Giles County rivalry renewed at Giles Spartans, hosting the Narrows Green Wave in Pearisburg, Ragsdale Field. Narrows has won the last two meetings, including the Green Wave winning at home in overtime. Meanwhile, Bandana Express, there's that great book, author Jeremy Haymore on the scene for a meet and greet. He signed a couple of books. How about Giles with a touchdown? Jalen Miller, and you know if it's the Bandana Express guy, you're going to score 8-0 Giles. More Giles. Jalen made it. Miller time. Jalen Miller puts it in again, and that's going to be a touchdown. Giles up 16-0. And then how about Jalen Miller for the hat trick? He's going to score again. The single wing in full effect. 24-0, and in the end, in the rivalry game, Ryan, Giles takes it over Narrows, 38-8.
We see
Meanwhile, we go up to Livingston. Nelson County getting a lot of love now, 3-0 with a 50-22 win over Cumberland. Now, Gale actually had to forfeit their game to Radford due to injuries and a lack of players. Gate City, they get the win over Marion, 41-13, and it was Castlewood or at Northumberland or at Auburn. How about how good they are this year? 3-1, 54-16. Ryan looking good.
Like an eagle.
That's right. And Northumberland 56-7 over Smith Mountain Lake Christian Academy. Coming up on the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz for all your action, we go to Vikings Stadium tonight. Marion Chamberlain has our game of the week. A pair of unbeatens battling Glenver Highlanders and the Northside Vikings.
That's
More
a
Blitz
bad
coming
man
up
right
on
there.
the other side.
And now, WFXR Sports presents Hardee's Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week.
A Hardee's Friday Night Blitz game of the week takes us around the corner to Viking Stadium, Jim Hickam Field, battle of unbeatens. Glenver 3-0 taking on Northside 3-0. Second ever meeting between the teams. Both teams strong on offense and defense. Both teams with a pair of shutouts. So let's go to Jim Hickam Field and Viking Stadium for the highlights. Let's get the party rolling right here. And there we go. First possession for Glenver, and it's going to be Cooper Mullins. There he's going to receive the ball. Takes it near the goal line to make it 1st and goal. Glenver. Then Brody Doyat hands it off to, guess who? It's Ranger, not Ranger Danger, but Ranger Swanson up the middle for the touchdown. Highlanders go up 7-0. To the second quarter we go. Doyat, that is Brody, that is. This is going to be brother on brother crime. It is going to be Brody finds Trey, his brother, and it's going to set up a long play right here as they get the completion and making moves down that sideline. A lot of green and gold in the game right there. But then Doyat, again, this time, he's just going to call his own number and takes it in himself. This has been a familiar thing to see. 14-0 Highlanders, but Glenver, they go to 4-0 in the season. 28-7 win over the north side. Miriam Chamberlain has more in the game from Viking Stadium.
Well, this game could have gone either way. Both teams entering the matchup 3-0, wanting to remain undefeated on the season. But after 48 minutes of play, it is Glenver who came out on top 28-7 over Northside. After a 14-0 start in the first half for Glenver, the Highlanders kept their momentum in the second to go on a 28-0 run. Fourth quarter is when Northside got their first score, but it wouldn't be enough as Glenver's defense held them to just 7.
To win games like this against really good teams, you got to play for 48 minutes. I felt like we did that last drive they scored on. I mean, they did a good job of executing. They've got a really good team. Coach Fisher's done a great job kind of resurrecting their program and getting them back in the right track. They're a good football team. They're going to win a lot of games. So we knew that going in. I think they could have beaten us. The score could have been, flipped, and it wouldn't have shocked me. So
it's a big win. I mean, it gives us a statement of like how we are going to be for the rest of the season. We're looking great. I mean, it's just going to keep us strong, keep our momentum going, and we're not going to stop.
Quarterback Brody Doyat felt comfortable in tonight's game plan, whether it was passing or running.
We just had to see what was there, and I mean, our O-line was working, so we could definitely run the ball. So I mean, we just had to see what was there.
It felt great. I mean, I always love running the ball, so I mean, just being able to do what I do is just a blessing.
They're dogs. I mean, they know what to do. They're good at finding grass and just running north and south. So I mean, that's what we had to do that.
Although it's still early in the season, the Glenver Highlanders are now 4-0, but they know they still have work to do come later this fall. Here at Viking Stadium, I'm Miriam Chamberlain, WFXR Sports. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Miriam. Let's go back to the scoreboard. Northwood winning over Bland 42-14. George Wythe evening their record at 2-2, 48-7 over PH Lake Spring. Bath County winning over Tigers Valley, West Virginia, 56-8. And then it was Craig County over Mountain View, West Virginia, 56-8. They say perfect on the year. And Lebanon over Rural Retreat, 64-26 over at City Stadium in Lynchburg. It was the renewal of the Hitty City rivalry between EC Glass and Heritage, the Jug Bowl, the battle for the jug. Let's go to the second half. Glass already up 21-0, and Jeffrey Barnes for EC Glass trying to get back into the ball game for the Toppers, and he's going to do just that again. He's going to take the rock, and he's going to run a ways here. He's going to get that touchdown, cutting the Heritage lead to 21-6. But after that, Heritage still in control. Dominic Jones is going to get this pass from Slash, and he's going to go deep and wide open in the clear. Got it for the touchdown, 28-6, Pioneers. And then more Pioneers. David Bradley takes the rock, breaks through, and he is going to be gone. Has to be one of the biggest wins in this series in a long time. Heritage, they win the Jug Bowl for the third straight year, 49-6 over EC Glass. Meanwhile, staying in Lynchburg, the defending Class 3 champs in Liberty Christian, playing their first game in nearly 3 weeks, taking on Amherst County. We go to the action here. How about Jaden Cowart? Jaden Cowart takes the rock. He's going to go in there, picking up where they left off, running hard for the ball. That's a touchdown, and it's 7-0 LCA. More Jaden Cowart. Again, Jaden is going to take the ball, and he's going to take it to the house. That's going to be a touchdown, 14-0 LCA, and they go to 1-1 on the season with a 50-14 win over Amherst County. Our final sets of highlights takes us to Joel Hicks Field in Dobson Stadium for a battle between Pulaski and, of course, the Stanton River Golden Eagles, first meeting since 2014. This game was tied 21 at the half, but Stanton River, Patrick Chewing, he's going to keep the ball. He's going to plow in for the touchdown, 27-21, Golden Eagles. But in Stanton River, about Patrick Chewing. Goes to the air and hooks up with Grayson Sheets. Nice catch. That looked like Ryan Moy catching the ball out there. Making it 35-21. And in Stanton River, they went to the air, they went to the ground. But let's get another ground play here. How about this? Cameron Sheets is going to fake out T.J. George. The reason why is, look, yep, there he is. He's gone for the house. That is going to be a touchdown. And it was all Stanton River in the second half. They take control, and they win 42-21. Let's go to the scoreboard. Perry McClure bouncing back from the loss last week, winning over Stonewall Jackson. East Side over Chilhowie. It was Norcross winning big over Atlantic Christian Shores, St. Anne Belfield over Virginia Episcopal, and Randolph Henry getting the win over William Campbell.
And now, WFXR presents Hardee's Friday Night Blitz Player of the Week.
Well, this week's athlete always seems to find the end zone. Not only did he rush for over 300 yards, but he also had 3 touchdowns as well in his team's 35-7 win over Perry McClure last Friday. Now, he has been in this position before, and he is back, and guess what? He is your player of the week.
Gavin Benz, running back, James River High School. We just came out and executed, ran the ball well, did well on defense, and just made plays all over the field with like everybody as a whole. And then we just came out on top in the end. You know, I got to shout out my O-line for making holes and lanes for me, and then when I see it, I just hit it, make a guy miss or two, and just find myself in the end zone.
What does it mean to you when you put that nice jersey on?
It means a lot to me because you got a bunch of people in school that don't get this opportunity, a bunch of people in general that don't get this opportunity to play football, and I'm just glad to get it put on my pads and then play the game that I love. Looking back at my freshman year, I never knew what to expect, never knew how good or how great I was going to be or how I'd turn out to be, and now looking back at it, it's just like, wow. Going through injuries and stuff, like you can learn and bounce back, and I feel like this is what I needed and what I had to go through just to be where I'm at right now, and just take those moments and just learn from them and just make myself better off of it. Facing adversity year after year, and then got a new head coach this year, and we saw the vision. Everybody saw the vision, had numbers in the weight room, everybody buying in, working hard in practice and pushing ourselves, and that's led us to the position that we're in right now. It's great to see our team like this because, you know, we've had some struggles over the past couple of years, so to see us really being this successful is just like a breath of fresh air. It means a lot because I've been with these guys. Most of these guys, I've been with them since Pee Wee football, basically all of them since middle school. And then just be like we're right now, last year high school, last year playing high school football together. It just means a lot and something you definitely not take for granted.
And now, Hardee's Friday Night Blitz Aquarius Pools Splash Play of the Week. Sponsored by Aquarius Pools and Outdoor Living.
Ryan Moy, it's splash time for our play of the week. How about the hook and ladder? Max Harris getting it done. And he's going to take it to house. That's a 44-yard score in leading Floyd County. They're 3-0 as they get the win.
Oh, I know Coach Cromer is happy. Yeah. That is fantastic.
I think Coach Cromer pulled that from the back of the playbook. That's something.
Yeah, I know. Facts.
Good deal.
You're not wrong on that one. But that was fantastic.
That was fantastic.
Shout out to the Buffaloes.
Yeah, they're looking good. We have a lot of good teams looking real good. PH with that big win. I mean,
Cave Spring.
Cave Spring getting off the schneid. So a lot of impressive things. But guess what, Ryan? That does it for this edition of the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz. So if you missed any of the show, we'll have it for you momentarily on WFXRTV.com. So for Ryan Moy, Jermaine Farrell, that's me, Miriam Chamberlain, the entire staff who helped us out tonight. We hope all of your teams are winners. Have a wonderful and blessed night and weekend, everybody.